Welcome to the Orchid Advisors Compliance Training Series, Reporting Requirements. In addition to completing a Form 4473 and running an NICS background check, a dealer or retailer should be aware of several additional reporting requirements. These areas include, but are not limited to, the following. 1. Form 3310.4. Report of multiple sale or other disposition of pistols and revolvers. 2. Sales to non-immigrant aliens. 3. Sales to members of the armed forces. 4. Form 3310.11. Federal Firearms Licensee Theft and Loss Report. 5. Form 3310.6. Interstate Firearms Shipment Theft and Loss Report. This form is optional. This video highlights the compliance considerations around each of these areas. If a dealer or retailer sells or disposes of 2 or more handguns in 5 consecutive business days to an unlicensed person, the ATF requests that Form 3310.4, Report of Multiple Sales, be completed. The form is completed in triplicate, and the copies are filed as follows. The original is sent to the ATF's National Tracing Center by fax or by mail. A copy is sent to the designated state police or the local law enforcement agency in the jurisdiction where the sale took place. The remaining copy is retained in the records of the dealer or retailer and held for not less than 5 years. This form is not required when the handguns are being returned to the same person from whom they were received, such as repairs or consignment guns being returned to the original owner. It is important to note that the Form 4473 and the NICS check must still be completed as applicable. Non-immigrant aliens in the United States are prohibited from buying, selling, or possessing firearms and ammunition. This includes the following: tourists, students, and temporary workers who enter the U.S. for a fixed period of time. Lawfully admitted aliens who are not lawful permanent residents. The individuals must hold a non-immigrant visa in order to meet the definition of non-immigrant alien. The prohibition does not apply to permanent resident aliens, aliens legally admitted to the U.S. with a visa other than a non-immigrant visa, or aliens legally admitted to the U.S. without a visa. Individuals may purchase a firearm if they meet one of the exceptions, such as possessing a valid hunting permit or license, or having been admitted into the U.S. for lawful hunting or sporting purposes. Individuals may lawfully acquire a firearm only if they meet the state of residence requirement, for example, able to present valid identification documents such as a driver's license, tax records, etc. Oftentimes, a member of the armed forces has a driver's license from a state other than the one where they are permanently stationed. In this situation, a Form 4473 is still required and should be completed as follows. List the information on the buyer's military ID card and official orders showing where his or her permanent duty station is located in response to questions 20A on ATF Form 4473. If there is not enough room in Block 20A, the military ID card data may be entered into Block 20A, and the permanent duty station information may be entered into Block 20B. It is also recommended, if possible, that a copy of the permanent duty station orders be filed with the completed Form 4473. The theft or loss rules are universal throughout the industry. For example, importers, manufacturers, and dealers all follow the same rules. When it is determined that the firearm is missing, a theft or loss report must be filed. There are 2 theft or loss forms, and which form is completed is dependent on where the firearm went missing. Form 3310.6, Interstate Firearms Shipment Theft and Loss Report. This form is used to report a firearm lost in transit. The ATF requests all parties involved in the transaction to report it. It does not matter if more than one party reports the theft or loss. Form 3310.11, Federal Firearms Licensee Theft or Loss Report. This form is used to report a firearm not lost in transit. For example, the firearm is missing from the store's inventory. The local police department should be notified. Regardless of which form is used, the form must be filed with the ATF within 48 hours from the time the firearm is suspected missing, An ATF responsible person listed on the FFL must sign the form prior to submission, and it is recommended that a copy be kept for your records. The ATF will provide an incident number upon receipt of the theft and loss report. The serialized record becomes a closed disposition, and the disposition record should state theft and loss and include the incident number in the disposition record. Please note that if a lost firearm is later found, the find must also be reported to the ATF on the appropriate theft and loss report. The finding of a firearm does not eliminate the prior disposition record. The serialized record becomes a new acquisition, and the acquisition record should state found. Thank you for watching this segment of our video training series. Viewers are encouraged to seek professional advice prior to assessment, implementation, or execution.